We'll start less than a minute. It is 4 p.m. on February 18th, and this is the City of Iowa City Work Session. Welcome to everyone that is present in City Hall. Hello, colleagues and staff, and hello, everybody out there virtually. We're going to move on to item number 1, which is clarification of agenda items.
On the consent agenda, items 6C, Mercer Park, I will need to recuse myself, so we'll have to pull that out.
Anything else? We're going to move on to item number 2, information packets, February 6th.
Regarding the scheduled work sessions, 4 of us had the opportunity to participate in the USG forum, and it was really wonderful. And one topic I think that came up a couple times was the relationship between City Council and the university. And I think that it might be nice to have a university update as a work session item, and perhaps it's more specifically focused on some of our strategic plan action items. There's a handful in there that I think have really close interactions with the university. And so I don't know if you guys have an attitude of having someone from university leadership coming in and talking about either student housing or transportation related issues or the Riverfront Master Plan. Those are all on our strategic plan action items, and they all have, I think it'd be great to have more discussions at the council level with university leadership if they're willing.
Yeah, I think we had that, was it 2 years ago when we
I
had?
think it was last year.
Was it just last year?
Yes.
Which feels like 5 years ago.
Yes.
So,
Through their
but yeah, it would,
facilities plan with us.
really just last year. Huh.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that would be, I would be okay with setting something like that. I don't have any strong sense of like immediacy, but without, a whole lot of delay.
I imagine it's something we do after budget is done, but
Yeah, no,
I just
that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it might be nice if we could tie it to our strategic plan, though, to sort of knock some of those things off the list. And I think regional transportation is clearly involves them, Riverfront plan involves them, and I think housing issues involves them.
Great.
Seeing some head nods, we'll just add it to the pending list for now.
Yes. All right. Anything else from February 6th? Moving on to February 13th. Hearing none, we are going to move on to item number 3, University of Iowa Student Government updates. Welcome, welcome. Your sweater looks warm.
It is, thank you. So I'm going to keep it pretty short tonight. Thank you for everyone for coming to Town Hall. Mayor Pro Tem, we missed you, but you're very busy, so it's okay. The students really liked it. They got a lot of good insight from some of you on your conversations, from your one-on-ones. We were all just very, very happy with how it went. And I will be hosting Town Hall again next year. I've already got a long list of things I would like to do better or change, but if any of you have any feedback, I would love to hear it. Second, our Senate has recently passed a resolution promoting the restoration of native prairies and native like prairie plants, stuff like that, on university campuses, on the university campus, or acreage, I guess. And every year, our sustainability committee likes to plant a tree, just something nice, get a tree planted. But this year, some members of administration want us to really up that number by quite a bit. So we're currently in talks of where we might plant maybe 100 or so trees. We don't know yet, but so that should be pretty exciting. Also, a couple weekends ago, Dance Marathon happened, which is a big fundraising event the university does every year, and we raised around $37 million for pediatric cancer. So that was really exciting. I think USG gave them $20,000 from our reserves. So that's all I have for you guys tonight.
Great, thank you. We're going to move on to item number 4, fiscal year 2026 budget discussion.
Is there any follow-up needed from our last meeting and adding that affordable housing piece back in?
No, so I think where we left that was the staff is going to come back, maybe at your March meeting, but could be April, with a recommendation on how to reallocate that $200,000 within our distribution model and seek your approval of that redistribution. It's probably, our recommendation probably won't be to continue to use that for LIHTC. We'll think of a different way to prioritize that, but certainly you could go back to LIHTC or choose any other alternative, but nothing needed at this point from you.
Has there been any advocacy from the different groups who've come to speak with you, Affordable Housing Coalition, Housing Fellowship, about their sense of how that money might be best?
I have not had any
Okay.
of those conversations, no.
All right. Hearing no other comments, we're going to move on to item number 5, council updates on assigned boards, commissions, and committees.
I guess forward-looking, there's a seats meeting on February 25th and a comp plan. The next comp plan meeting is March 10th before our next meeting.
Great. Awesome. All right. Other than that, we are done with our work session. Yes. right, so Mama's been out here doing her thing. Can't take her nowhere. Well, I want to welcome everyone to your City Hall. Super excited that you're here today for the State of the City.
Yes, yes.
This is my 6th State of the City as the mayor of Iowa City.
Wow.
And I could not be more grateful. I couldn't be more grateful to be a part of a community where love is felt by
All
those
right.
that are part of our community.
Okay.
And I so appreciate you all being here today. There's some stuff happening at the state
Yeah, and,
that happened today
yeah,
that is really, really stressful.
yeah,
But I have to tell you
yes.
that in this city, everybody's welcome. In this city, we really do stretch out our arms to help each other. And I'm so grateful, again, for you all being here today. We have a great, small little program. After I speak, Mama Teague, my mom here, give it up for Mama Teague. She's gonna sing a song, "My Country 'Tis of Thee," and then followed by Mama Teague will be the State of the City video.
All right.
And the reason I want to do a video is because there's so much happening in our community, and words in itself just sometimes isn't enough for those that are not so connected to the city. Like, I can tell you all the things about the roads and all the things that we're doing through our nonprofits, but a lot of individuals in our community don't see that stuff on a daily basis. And so this is an opportunity to look at a video that has some pictures that go along with what I'm talking about, that we have done over the past year, and some of the things this council plans to do in the future. Now, I want to give a few congratulations and a thank yous to some of the people that made the video possible. Give it up for our communications team. Y'all, they make me look good. I ain't gonna tell you how many times we had to retake the video, but that all the faces here really do mean a lot. There's people from all different parts of the community in here today. And I just want to take one moment before we get started. I grew up in Chicago with this lady. And in our community, something always happened no matter what the situation was. When we came around each other, we greeted each other with a hug. Back then, you used to kiss on the cheek.
Right.
They don't do that no more.
Right.
They put that cheek right up and go, "Mwah." We ain't gonna do that today.
Right.
But I wondered if you all can just stand up with me real quick and greet somebody with a fist bump.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand.
Yes.
Make this a better place.
And you can walk across the aisle. You can walk across the aisle.
Touch somebody's hand. Make this a better place. Why you can reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this a better place. Why you can reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this a better world. Why you can reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this a better place. Why you can 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 reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this a better place. Why you can make this a better place. Why you can.
And make sure you get some popcorn. We're gonna have Mama Teague sing My Country 'Tis of Thee,
Everybody know it gonna sing.
and it will be followed by the State of the City video. And then after that, we will have the the choir with Q, the Q Choir of Eastern Iowa come and sing to us a song of life. In that order.
All right. On this song, we're gonna stand up and everybody will know it, you know. We're gonna sing together. And on the end, when I say, when we get to it, on the end, when I get to, let mountain freedom, let freedom ring. On the end, I'm gonna say, let freedom ring. You're gonna say, let freedom. I'm gonna say, let it ring. Let free. Everywhere, let free. All right, we're gonna end it on the end, okay? Okay, everybody know it. Stand up. You stand up. My Country 'Tis of Thee. Somebody got some copies. Y'all know it over there. Okay. I was gonna do a new way. I'm gonna do it the old way. Then, huh? Do it the new way. I'm gonna do it the new way. Then I'm gonna do it the old way. Cause Bruce used to help me. He said he can't sing no more. I do it the new way, like my country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, all thee I sing, all thee I sing. I said, where my father died, land where my father died, land of the pilgrim pride, from every mountainside, oh, let it ring, let freedom, sing it, let freedom, let it ring, let freedom ring. All right, now the regular way you say, everybody say, my country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, all thee high land, land where my father died, land of the pilgrim pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. Second verse, our Father God of thee, our Father God of thee, author of liberty, of liberty, to thee we sing, long may our land be bright, long our land breathe with freedom, holy light, freedom, holy light, protect us by thy might, protect us by thy might, God, our King. My country did do that again. My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, all thee I sing. Land where my father died, land of the pilgrim pride, Let it ring. Let freedom. Let it ring. Let freedom ring. All right. I can cover that, right? I could turn around. Better chair down there, I can see. I know, I'm good. Just gotta play the music. You're good. Okay. No, I can see. I can see.
Hello and welcome, City Council and residents of Iowa City. I'm pleased to be providing my sixth State of the City address from Film Scene, one of our many treasured cultural spaces. Tonight I want to celebrate Iowa City's progress over the past year and reflect on our awesome and amazing partners like Film Scene that make Iowa City such a vibrant, inclusive, and creative community. I want to start by acknowledging the people who make it all possible. First, thank you, current and past councilors, for your collaboration, commitment, and energy. Former Councilor Andrew Dunn, we truly appreciate your thoughtful service to this community. Mayor Pro Tem Mazahir Salah, Councilor Megan Alter, Councilor Laura Burgess, Councilor Sharm Harmson, and Councilor Josh Moe, each of you brings your unique perspectives and dedication to the work that we do. By working together, we've been able to improve the lives of those who call Iowa City home. I am honored to be your mayor and to serve alongside you. I also look forward to what we will accomplish together next year. Next to our incredible staff of more than 650 employees who keep Iowa City moving every single day, I cannot thank you enough. From police and fire services to our human rights team, from our parks maintenance workers to our waterways plant operations, and everything in between, your expertise and passion drive the initiatives that shape our community. And for those behind the scenes, city manager, city attorney, city clerk, communications, and finance, to name a few, we couldn't do it without you. And to residents, I want to express gratitude for your engagement, ideas, and trust. Whether you've shared your voice at a council meeting, volunteered in a food pantry, or simply offered a kind word to your neighbors, you are what makes Iowa City not just a place to live, but a place to belong. Finally, I want to thank all my family and close friends. Mama Teague, you are awesome and amazing, and you are loved not just by me, but this entire community. And to my husband, Colton Alexander Teague, you're such a sweetie, and I thank you for being alongside me in this journey. You are awesome and amazing, and I absolutely love you, and I couldn't do this without your unwavering love and support. Now it's time to turn off your cell phones and grab some popcorn, and let's take a closer look at the year we've shared in 2024, as well as the path ahead for 2025. Iowa City is guided by 3 core values that define who we are and what we strive to be. These aren't just empty words, they are the principles driving every decision we make. First, racial equity, human rights, and social justice remain at the heart of our work. We've made significant strides in creating programs and policies that uplift historically marginalized communities. And we've done a great job of celebrating our differences by coming together at events like our first annual African Festival of Arts and Culture. However, we know there is still more to do, and we remain committed to building a city where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Iowa City's leadership on climate action also continues to set us apart. By accelerating our innovative sustainability programs, investments in renewable energy, and efforts to reduce carbon emissions, we are ensuring that Iowa City is not only resilient today, but sustainable for generations to come. Our Climate Action and Adaptation Plan reflects our promise to protect our natural resources and combat the challenges brought by a changing climate. And we understand that partnerships and engagement are the foundation of our success. By collaborating with local businesses, nonprofit organizations, surrounding jurisdictions, and residents, we know that working together strengthens us all. Your voices, ideas, and involvement are essential in making Iowa City the thriving community we know it can be. These values, equity, climate action, collaboration, they're more than just our guiding principles. They are our commitment to you, reaffirmed in our strategic plan, updated this year. Together, we're shaping a future that reflects the very best of Iowa City. Now let's delve into our recent successes, starting with mobility. Iowa City is a multimodal community. Whether you walk, bike, bus, or drive, we want to give you choice in how you get around. One of our greatest mobility successes in 2024 has been our fare-free transit pilot. Passenger trips were up by more than 40% in the first year, and even more people are choosing to get on the buses in our second year. While grant funds of the pilot project end in 2025, we're now identifying the best way to sustain this essential public service moving forward. We also selected a team to design our new transit facility, which will replace the current aging building. Supported by $23 million in federal grants, this project, in conjunction with Fare-Free Transit, will help solidify Iowa City as a top-notch transit system. We also strove to remain responsible stewards of our transportation infrastructure. Inflation, supply chain issues, and labor shortages have made these projects more costly and significantly increased completion time. In November, we reopened Rochester Avenue, and it is fantastic. We also invested in major projects such as the replacement of the South Gilbert Street Bridge and the reconstruction of Dubuque Street downtown. In addition to improving the street surface, these projects create safer, more accessible routes for those choosing to travel on foot. On top of other improvements to our sidewalks, we made progress on our bike master plan as well. We added new buffer bike lanes to Rochester Avenue, and we continue to fill in gaps in our sidewalk network and replace curb ramps to improve accessibility for everyone. Next year, we'll see even more bike and pedestrian enhancements throughout our community. 2024 marked an exciting year of progress towards improving our neighborhoods and addressing the housing affordability crisis while laying the groundwork for additional opportunities next year. Let's take a look. Iowa City was selected by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development as one of 21 communities across the nation to receive the Pro Housing Grant. This $3.75 million grant will help us accelerate our plans to remove barriers to housing affordability by updating our comprehensive plan, establishing a housing counseling program, and helping the city directly develop affordable housing. At the same time, we continue to invest in housing. Last year, our housing authority purchased 3 townhomes for permanent affordable housing, and we partnered with the Domestic Violence Intervention Program to open a new shelter for survivors of domestic violence and to secure another 6 units of permanent supportive housing for those leaving the shelter. The city also provided more than $1.3 million in federal entitlement funds and another $1 million through our Affordable Housing Fund for programs providing support to households with lower incomes, from assistance for housing rehabilitation and down payments to the creation of new affordable rentals, from sheltering folks over the winter to helping residents with security deposits. These programs, along with the social service support we provide to our nonprofit partners, are essential in ensuring the community takes care of those who are most in need. Our Energy Efficiency and Residential Construction Incentive Pilot Program also rolled out last year in partnership with the Home Builders Association and Iowa City Area Association of Realtors. This program provides a grant for new homes that achieve a high home energy rating system score. This equates to a home that is 20% more efficient than the state energy code. Not only will this program help boost energy efficiency, but it also rewards best practices and reduces long-term housing costs. We're also proud of our role in the Student Built House program. In collaboration with the Housing Fellowship, Iowa City Community School District, and Iowa City Home Builders Association Vocational Training Council. The students in training completed a 2-bedroom, energy-efficient home at 724 Ronald Street in spring of 2024, with a second home in progress. The future looks bright as this new generation prepares to become tomorrow's skilled home builders. In addition, we work to ensure all neighborhoods in Iowa City have access to quality, natural, and recreational areas. We completed work at Sturgis Ferry Park, Hunter's Run Park, Happy Hollow Park, and the Conklin Street entrance to Hickory Hill Park. The city also undertook significant planning efforts for the reconstruction of City Park Pool, the redevelopment of the Terrell Mills Skate Park, the development of the new Adelaide Joy Park on Shannon Drive, and improvements to College Green Park and the Mercer Park Ball Diamond. These actions make sure Iowa City is the best place it can be to live, work, and play. According to various national ranking lists, Iowa City is among the most livable places. It is also unique as a UNESCO City of Literature. However, we know many struggle to afford daily necessities, even when employed. To that end, we are striving to achieve a more inclusive economy, one that supports workers, entrepreneurs, and business owners, regardless of race, ethnicity, and immigration status. We expanded implementation of our Inclusive Economic Development Plan this past year. In the spring, we awarded $4 million in American Rescue Plan Act dollars to initiatives throughout the community, including the development of a regional hub for underrepresented businesses and entrepreneurs at Dream City in the South of 6 Business District. We also launched our Targeted Small Business Development Grant to serve underestimated business owners and entrepreneurs who would benefit from consistent business support and coaching services. We are fortunate to see continued expansion of our pre-apprenticeship program in partnership with the University of Iowa Labor Center. This program focuses on bringing underserved populations into the building and construction trades. The fiscal year 2024 cohort included 28 graduates, doubling the number from the previous year. Together, these actions support business growth, provide living wages, and remove barriers to inclusion in the economy. Expanding access to affordable childcare has been important to ensuring everyone who wishes to participate in the local workforce can do so. Last year, we provided $2 million to the neighborhood centers of Johnson County to develop a family resource center and an early childhood center in the Towncrest neighborhood. This will create at least 50 early child care slots and provide a community library, computer lab, and other important facilities for those nearby. We also continued our support for the Child Care Wage Enhancement Program in partnership with Johnson County, Better Together 2030, and other community partners. The program recently expanded to enhance wages for 6 child care centers in Iowa City. We have also been active in supporting Iowa City in its designation as the greatest small city for the arts, while advancing our community as a premier destination for residents and visitors alike. Our Downtown Iowa City Ambassadors program, managed by Block, kicked off enhanced service levels last year. And we helped launch the X Marks the Arts campaign, both of which would not be possible without the support of the Downtown District. In addition, we remain committed to our arts and culture community partners like Film Scene and the Engler Theater. We also collected extensive public input and 3 formal proposals for our property at 21 South Lynn Street, just across from the Senior Center. We are excited to explore a new opportunity at this critical corner, one that reflects the community's character and underscores our commitment to ensuring a welcoming, vibrant urban core. But beyond economic successes, we also strive to be a community that advocates for the mental and physical well-being of all our community members. Ensuring residents feel safe, welcomed, and engaged is paramount to the core services provided by the city. First and foremost, We want to ensure we get at the root causes when issues arise and respond appropriately to them. To that end, we continue to work with Johnson County on their Community Violence Intervention Program, Shelter House to provide effective street outreach, and Community Crisis Services for the Mobile Crisis Outreach Hotline, available by calling 988. Our police department and the Joint Emergency Communications Center are furthering the integration of mobile crisis with dispatch procedures to divert relevant 911 calls to 988. Our 2 mental health liaisons continue to do great work as well, and thanks to our new co-responder police officer model, we're seeing even more active call response and participation. The city also continues to invest in nonprofit partners for transformational, long-term capacity enhancements within our social services network. $1 million was awarded to the Free Medical Clinic to expand capacity, improve services, and increase accessibility for those with disabilities. Iowa City also started its Resilience Hub program to improve the capacity of community-based organizations to maintain key services before, during, and after extreme weather events in alignment with our Climate Action Plan. The pilot hubs include Neighborhood Centers of Johnson County and the Iowa City Bike Library, and we look forward to expanding the information and resources they can provide to residents as they help us consider the needs of vulnerable community members when planning for emergencies. 2024 also marked the start or continuation of several important public health and safety initiatives. The fire department kicked off its partnership with Community Connect, a free and secure platform to share critical emergency information about households and businesses. This online application allows first responders to be better informed when heading to an emergency and better equipped to protect those who may be on site. The city offers a lead reduction program to help community members reduce possible lead contamination from privately owned water service lines. The program provides awareness and informs homeowners with a voluntary service line insurance option. It also provides grants to help pay for the lead testing and replacement in service lines. In addition, we continue to promote wellness through our public services. The Iowa City Public Library is reinforcing its role as a welcoming hub for Iowa City's diverse community. We established a bilingual children's department position in Spanish, which allows focused outreach and early literacy support. Our library also supports language learning through weekly story times for children provided in English, Spanish, and Mandarin. And we are enhancing our world languages collection with works by participants of the University of Iowa International Writers Workshop and the languages they write in. Through these offerings, we can better integrate new community members by helping them easily build networks and establish roots in our community. While our community enjoys a high level of public services, we would not be able to do so without consistent evaluation of the resources available to the city. To that end, focusing on our facilities, people, and financial resources is essential in supporting our work. To marshal these resources, we continue to implement data-informed practices to help guide decisions. A big step in this direction is the completion of our 2024 community survey. This survey provides a valuable baseline of the public's perception of our services and can help us focus on areas most in need of additional support. Similarly, we hired a new crime analyst to help further improve public safety data and fine-tune the mental health and crisis intervention services we rolled out last year. We have also been involved with the Bloomberg Harvard Leadership Initiative to expand our problem-solving capacity and build upon the effectiveness of our operations. We are constantly evaluating our facilities to ensure they meet the needs of our staff and the public as well. In addition to the new transit facility project, we began planning for the co-located equipment building and are exploring how to best integrate these with our other public works operations. The city also completed its space needs assessment of City Hall, the police station, and Fire Station 1, which are outdated, undersized, and have significant accessibility issues. Based on the preliminary findings, we look forward to exploring opportunities to move the police station and Fire Station 1 off-site, while looking at future expansion of City Hall. The Senior Center also completed its first phase of exterior repairs, including new signage, and the landfill kicked off its building replacement project, which will dramatically improve working conditions, enhance operations, and better protect equipment. Another notable accomplishment is the new solar panel installation at the Iowa City Municipal Airport, which is expected to cut electrical costs by around 50%. These projects, along with regular maintenance projects such as HVAC replacement and roof repairs, help us deliver on the high-quality services our community deserves. Financially, we continue to practice prudent and transparent fiscal management. As a result, Moody's reaffirmed our AAA bond rating as one of 3 cities in the state with this designation. This important rating allows us to lower borrowing costs and spend less on interest expenses and more on programs and services that directly benefit the public. Fortunately, this strong foundation should set us up well for an uncertain future. Looking ahead, we do face several challenges. We as a city are coming up on some of the most difficult budgetary years in the last 2 decades. Property tax reforms mandated by the state legislature, stagnating taxable valuations, inflation, and volatile expenses all contribute to uncertain impacts on our future finances. However, the future of the city remains bright. We are committed to providing the high-quality public services that residents demand, with a continued focus on our core services. We also have many exciting opportunities coming up. As we explore the best path forward to address the housing crisis, we are fortunate to have built up $6.8 million in affordable housing fees generated through our inclusive zoning and tax increment financing policies over the past few years, which we can strategically reinvest. We will also continue to explore how to best make our public housing program sustainable while finding ways to position Iowa City to undertake additional affordable housing efforts in the coming years. We look forward to the new and exciting projects that will truly make a positive difference in our community. Sustaining fare-free transit service, building a new City Park pool, reconstructing Court Street, and planning for the replacement of the Burlington Street Bridge will all take a substantial amount of effort, but with a great reward. As I look ahead to 2025, I am energized by what is on the horizon for this great community that is always seeking to improve. We will continue to grow and strengthen, and I remain thankful for the opportunity I have to help guide us as we move forward together. I appreciate you joining me tonight for this journey of this past year's highlights. As you know, Iowa City is a community of storytellers. The story of 2024 is one of perseverance and progress, and each of you in the audience tonight has played a key role. I hope you will join me as we keep moving forward in 2025. And if you happen to be free on a summer evening, I hope you will join us and our partner Film Scene for the free movie series held each Saturday night at Sundown in Chauncey Swan Park downtown. It's a great opportunity to join others in the community for a wonderful night out. Together, we've accomplished so much, and the road ahead is full of opportunity. Let's keep building our amazing city one step at a time. In unity, your Mayor, Bruce Teague. Let's hear for the Q Choir of Eastern Iowa.
It is rising up in me. I cannot help but sing. I finally found a place I can be free. So I will sing a song of joy, even when my heart feels pain. I will sing a song of hope, even if things may seem hopeless. I will sing a song of pride, even when the world tries to shame me. I will sing a song of life, a song of life. I am alive. I will not hide. I will not hide. I am I will sing a song of joy, even when my heart feels pain. I will sing a song of hope, even if things may seem hopeless. I will sing a song of pride, even when the world tries to shame me. I will sing a song, a song of life. Sing, sing a song of
Let's give them a standing ovation. Absolutely. And you can remain standing. I want to thank you all for coming. The state of our city is strong. It is strong. I'm going to take a moment just to let you all know that we have some troubling times right now. And more than ever before, we need to come together as a community where we need to apologize to each other, myself included. Let us do that. It's time to move forward in unity. And the words of the song today, I want that to be our ending together. Repeat after me. So I will sing a song of joy. I will sing a song of joy. Even when my heart feels pain. Even when my heart feels pain. I will sing a song of hope. I will sing a song of hope. Even if things may seem hopeless. Even if things may seem hopeless. I will sing a song of pride. I will sing a song of pride. Even when the world tries to shame me. Even when the world tries to shame me. The state of our city is strong. Let us move forward in unity. Don't worry about it. Oh.
Yes, not with
Yes.
improvise.
All right. It is February 18th, 2025, and it is 6 p.m., and this is the City of Iowa City meeting. I'm going to call it to order. Roll call, please.
Alter. Here. Burgess.
Here.
Harmson.
Here.
Mo.
Here.
Saleh.
Yeah.
Teague.
Here. All right. Well, welcome to your City Hall, and we're going to just jump right in here with item number 2, proclamations, which is 2A, International Women's Day and Women's History Month. Whereas March 8th is observed around the world as International Women's Day to celebrate women's achievement, raise awareness about discrimination, and take action to promote gender parity. And whereas the United States has since 1989 formally recognized March as National Women's History Month, and whereas the United Nations has promoted the advancement of women throughout its 80-year history, and whereas the City Council endorsed the UN Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination in 1995, and many individuals and organizations in this community are working to ensure equity for women's rights and girls. And whereas the Johnson County United Nations Association and over 20 local businesses, nonprofit organizations, and University of Iowa entities are sponsoring Night of 1,000 Dinners, a community celebration of International Women's Day on Thursday, March 6, 6 p.m. through 8 p.m. at the Unitarian Universalist Society in Coralville, to recognize women's-led groups and initiatives advancing UN Sustainability Development Goal number 3, good health and well-being. Now, therefore, I, Bruce Teague, Mayor of the City of Iowa City, do hereby proclaim March 8th as International Women's Day and the month of March 2025 to be recognized as Women's History Month in Iowa City, and call upon residents to recall the achievements of women and recommit to the goal of full gender equality and parity. And to receive this is Meredith Gale, and I see that Jim as well as Bijou is also here as well.
Thank you, Mayor Teague, for this proclamation honoring International Women's Day and Women's History Month. And thank you to the city for your support on behalf of the Johnson County United Nations Association, your support of the event Night of 1,000 Dinners. The theme for International Women's Day this year is for all, in capital letters, ALL, women and girls, rights, equality, and empowerment. This is also a pivotal year because it's 30 years since the world leaders met in Beijing for the First World Conference on Women, where the world leaders did promise equal rights, opportunities, global and safety for women and girls everywhere. One of the first places that girls were specifically mentioned, and that is still, the Beijing Declaration and Platform is still the best document, the plan to achieve equal rights for all women and girls. It has achieved some, but we have a long way to go. In 1995, when this meeting happened, only 12 countries had legal sanctions against domestic violence, and now it's 193. So we are moving in the right direction. Some things we can do as a community are to support women's rights organizations, Demand leaders enforce gender equity laws, equality laws, educate the next generation on equality, amplify the voices of those most left behind, speak out against gender stereotypes, bias, and discrimination, and advocate for women in leadership. The Johnson County United Nations Association is hosting the Night of 1,000 Dinners. Thank you for giving the details on that in your proclamation. Each year, we do choose to honor several organizations in the community that are women-led and support the Sustainable Development Goal this year of good health and well-being. Those are the Free Medical and Dental Clinic, Prairie Lands Freedom Fund, and then the UN Healthy Start for Refugee Children. So happy that several of you will be there. There'll be a buffet dinner by a Togolese catering group. So we'll be supporting a local Togolese business, an immigrant business, and we'll also be affirming the dignity and contributions of refugees and immigrants at this organization. Segments of the program will be presented in the following languages: Arabic, Spanish, Swahili, Hindu, Kikuyu, or Farsi. And in recognition that some people face discrimination when they don't speak English fluently or speak with an accent. Thank you so much for your support and this opportunity on behalf of the Johnson County United Nations Association.
Thank you. All right, thank you again. All right, we're going to move on to our consent agenda. I'm going to ask for a motion for items 3 through 7 while removing item number 6C for separate consideration. Could I get a motion, please?
So move.
Second.
Moved by Saleh, seconded by Mo. He was a little louder than, or a little deeper, I don't know which. All right, and anyone from the public that is present would like to talk on any item on our consent agenda? Items number 3 through 7, but not 6C. Seeing no one present or online. If you're online, raise your virtual hand. I don't see anyone online or in person. Council discussion? Roll call, please.
Burgess.
Yes.
Harmson.
Yes.
Mo.
Yes.
Sella.
Yes.
Teague.
Yes?
Alter.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. All right, Councilor Mo is recusing himself from item 6C. Did I get a motion to approve consent agenda item 6C?
So moved. Burgess.
Second, Alter.
Anyone from the public like to discuss this topic? Please raise your virtual hand if you're online. Please come forth if you're in council chambers. Seeing no one, council discussion. Roll call, please.
Harmson.
Yes.
Sella.
Yes.
Teague.
Yes?
Alter.
Yes.
Burgess.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0. All right, we are at item number 8, which is community comment. This is an opportunity for the public to comment, and it is intended so that the members of the public may be heard by council because community comment is for items not properly noticed on the agenda. Council cannot engage in discussion or debate due to open meeting laws. Only in-person comments will be allowed for community comment. Public comment for specific agenda items which must be directly related to that agenda item may be made in person or remotely. I'm going to invite anyone up that wants to speak on any item that is not on our agenda at this time. And you'll be given 3 minutes. All right. Seeing no one in person, we're going to move on to item number 9. It's our regular agenda. 9A is City Park Pool Replacement Project. Resolution approving project manual and estimate of cost for the construction of the City Park Pool Replacement Project, establishing amount of bid security to accompany each bid, directing city clerk to post notice to bidders, and fixing time and place for receipt of bids. I'm going to open the public hearing, and welcome.
Hi, Julie Seidel-Johnson, Director of Parks and Recreation. Although tonight, in the middle of this cold snap, I feel a little bit like Olaf the Snowman up here dreaming about summer and talking about the pool. We're here tonight with plans and specs for the pool. It's been a long process. Through the whole process, we've had these 9 project goals. I just want to remind you of those quickly. With the new pool, we wanted to have a whole range of user experiences. We want to make sure that there's increased independent accessibility into all areas of the pool. Lots of shade on the deck, provide design and operating efficiency that meet our climate action goal, maximize the efficiency of our lifeguards, help with our Every Child Learn How to Swim, welcome all users of all backgrounds, evaluate the merging of our indoor shelter and restroom into one building, which we're doing, and then limit the construction area generally to the fence line. And I would say that we have met all these 9 goals in one way or another in this process. We did a lot of public input on this process. We'll go through that a little bit more, but the main design considerations that we came across was people wanted to preserve the feeling of the traditional City Park pool. They love, 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 love City Park pool and wanted it to remain somewhat the essence of that. We wanted to preserve as many trees as possible. So I'm happy to say at this point, it looks like we're going to take down 7 trees, and they're all pretty small, and I'll show you where those are. But the plan is to maintain all the large trees that are around the pool. Give it that open feel, focus on learn to swim, multi-generational opportunities, safety of the pool, keeping user groups separated as they do their special things inside the pool. So we have a whole outline of how we got to this point. I know that a lot of you have stepped through this with us every step of the way. We started with the assessment of the current pool during the summer of 2023. Determined that the current pool is well beyond its lifespan and that the best course of action was to move forward to replace the pool. So in October 2023, we started with the public input. We had one meeting in the afternoon at Mercer, and then we had a second open house meeting in conjunction with our Halloween event. And almost 500 people took part in those meetings, with another 251 people responding to the online version. That moved us into the next phase, which was to host 14 focus groups with our consultants leading the conversation in each of those focus groups, talking about the different priorities of all the different people. 137 residents participated in that, with another 44 online. That led us to the 3 concept designs, which you saw as a council. Those were updated. Those were shown to the Parks and Rec Commission, the Historic Preservation Commission. We had another public open house in February of 2024. And then we did a statistically valid survey to residents to look at those 3 options. We came back to you with the results of those surveys in May and decided to move forward with generally concept A with a few options to do some different things with that concept. Went forward with that through design, checked back in October, and here we are today. And even this afternoon, we were still looking through the plans and specs and doing things like checking the roller shades and all kinds of fun stuff. But it has been a long process. The community has been very involved. We had meetings this morning with residents who still had concerns or questions about it. So I know that there's been a whole lot of interest in the project. This slide summarizes the amount of touch points that we've had with the community throughout. We've done our best to be as open and transparent through the entire design process. Which brings us to this design. It is a 3-pool concept, 6 50-meter lap lanes, a leisure pool, which has a play feature not shown in this particular picture, a separate diving well with 2 diving boards, availability to add a climbing wall and a 3rd diving board, although those are both alternates on this bid. Grass areas, staying essentially within the fence line of the current pool. It does bump out to the east. That's where the new filter house is. You'll see there in kind of the right side of the picture. That's one of the biggest impacts to the site, is having that filter house separate from the bathhouse. There's another rendering of it. I caution, because this rendering and the one that's been shown in the media, people have had a lot of concern that the leisure pool seemed really small. So I want to show you this drawing as well. The leisure pool is actually about 2/3 the size of the lap pool. So it's bigger than what it seemed to appear to a lot of people in those pictures. The lap pool has the 6 50-meter lap lanes. When you compare the water surface area of the new pool to the old pool, the difference is essentially the same as the 2 50-meter lap lanes that we're not building in this pool. So the old pool had 8 50-meter lap lanes. This one has 6. Those 2 lap lanes account for the difference in surface area between the 2 designs. This is the play feature that's chosen for the leisure pool. And I should point out that there isn't that little sitting wall around it in our final design. There is a straight wall behind it that acts as part of the ramp into the pool, but this was an earlier picture that we got of that. Lots of fun and lots of fun things for small kids to play around. The bathhouse, the top shows the view from the pool. The bottom shows the view from the parking area or from the entrance area, and the area to the left on that bottom one is the community room. Room for about 50 people in that community room. Will eventually take the place of one of our indoor shelters at City Park. And the 2 restrooms to service Upper City Park will now be attached to this building. What you see as what we call gray brick restrooms in Upper City Park will be demolished as part of this project. How do we support the climate action goals? Well, the main thing we're doing is the bathhouse itself will be the first all-electric, fully electrified municipal facility. So all the heating, everything else, the water heating in the bathhouse is all electric. We also looked at the possibility of solar, but with the idea of keeping all those beautiful trees, solar didn't seem to make sense. But we are moving forward with the heat pumps and with all electrification of the bathhouse, shower house, not the filter house. If we decide to heat one of the 3 pools or all 3 of them, that would be through gas heat. That we're not able to accomplish with electric heat at this time. The other thing is that this pool has significantly less water, about 1/3 less water than the current pool. So there'll just be less water use, less water chemicals, treatment, everything else that goes with that. And of course, everything else throughout the facility has low flow water use and all kinds of LED lights and everything else that we can think of to help meet those climate action goals. The bathhouse, you've seen this design before, separate men and women's restroom, but then an option to come straight through, which has 2 single-user shower restroom facilities and a separate family changing area. So 3 options there if you did not want to go through the men's or the women's side. Also, an enhanced lifeguard area, including first aid room, some of the things we really didn't have in our older pool. There's several bid alternates on this. So the base bid, these are the things not included. First of all, we'll have the option of deciding whether or not to heat each of the 3 pools, and they can be done separately. You could heat just the activity pool, not the lap pool, or the diving well. If you remember during our public comment, the lap swimmers were very concerned that the water would be too warm for lap swimming. So I don't sense that there's a great need to heat that water, but the activity small children's pool definitely for swim lessons and that sort of thing if possible. So we'll see how those bids come in. We have the option of adding a UV disinfectant system. This is something that's not required, especially for outdoor pools. It's an enhancement to the way the water is treated. It's a added safety feature. It's becoming more and more common in outdoor pools, but as I said, it's not yet required by the state, so we don't have to do that. We'll evaluate it based on the cost. We are looking at doing it at the 2 indoor pools, but being that it's UV, comes from the sun, if you're an outdoor pool, you kind of get a lot of it for free from the sun directly, so not as important at the outdoor pool. The climbing wall and the 3rd diving board are alternates. We are looking at the price of new water and sewer lines all the way through the park to Park Road, and we likely will need to do that. We have alternates for landscape seating walls, both within the pool deck area, around the pool, and in the front entrance area. If not the landscape limestone seating walls, we'll just still have planting in that area, but in a less expensive way. We're getting a price to demolish that park restroom building I talked about. If not part of this contract, then our staff would accomplish that in-house. It would just take longer. And then the shade structures. So the base bid includes all of the fittings and the footings needed to put them into the pool. If we can't afford it when we do the base bid, we'll still need to get those at some point. We just may purchase them separately later. So that is our bid alternates, the project schedule. You got to bid tomorrow, assuming you approve it tonight. The bids come back in March 25th. I don't plan on sleeping March 24th, finding out what these bids are. We hope to have them awarded April 1st with construction, then April 25 through April 26. So remember, the outdoor pool would be closed for this entire season with a grand opening in May of 2026. It's really exciting. I also wanted to show you really quickly how we got from concept A to the final design, because I had quite a few questions about that last week and this week. So this was the concept A that was shown during the survey phase. And if you remember back in May, when you approved concept A, you approved it with a couple of possible changes. One of them being, and we showed this at this time too, is separating the leisure pool from the lap pool. So you can see it's the same pool space. It's just here it's together and here it's separate. We've gone forward with it being separate just because of the benefits to operations and the ability to open and close pools separately, the ability to heat or not heat, do all those different things. The other thing that we show at this point, we were still showing the vortex swim channel area, or the kind of the mini lazy river. After we showed this, we got a number of concerns, including from some of the facilities that actually have those, that called us and talked to us about some of the safety concerns that they'd had. So we did a little more research on that. And we decided in the end it probably wasn't the best option. So we switched from the vortex channel back to the play features, which is why you see that. And then in the final design, everything is flipped. So here's what you saw back in May. We flipped it so the lap pool's on the left, leisure pool's on the right. Same size of everything, just flipped. Had to do with the utilities coming into the site and a few other things that are underground more than the actual what was above the deck. So that's how we ended up with the final design.
Julie, can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
In the diving well, you've got two diving, is it 1 meter and a 3 meter, or
Yes.
two 1 meter, or?
1 meter and a 3 meter with the base bid, room for another 1 meter on the side, and that's one of the alternates. And it is 14 feet deep. So, other questions?
What is the value including the alternates?
Ooh, I don't know that off the top of my head. It's about 18 million for the base.
Okay.
I don't have the value of the alternates.
And I was curious what the capacity to absorb some of the alternates were if we're close to budget, if we're.
An answer for that.
You know, by including them in the alternates, we're expressing our desire to include them in the full. I think what we're nervous about with this one is obviously our ability to react if the bids come in high. I would hope that if we're close or under with the 18, we can grab nearly all those alternates. But yeah, we would like to do all those things. That's why they're out there.
Have you had conversations with the designers about potential tariffs and the impacts on costs for this? Is that, I mean, I know nobody knows anything yet, but is that?
Yeah. We haven't had conversations with the designer. We've had them internally. We've also had conversations about the availability of a workforce to build these things. They rely on a lot of people that come in with visas. So those are two big unknowns that we don't have any answer
Sure,
for.
we can't control that. I'll ask one more question. At a previous meeting, you had said that some of the large oak trees are being preserved through this design. However, there might be some sick trees
Yeah.
In City Park. How far along is that investigation, and do we?
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. No further along than what we talked about before. We know that there's several that are reaching the end of their lifespan and are stressed. We don't have any reason to believe that they need to come down immediately. We did lose a few last summer, just randomly during storms, though. So it's still possible we could lose some of those large ones. The trees, and I said I would come back to this, the trees that we are losing, there's two smaller trees on either side of the entrance on the north side of the building. Those are, sorry, I have it written down here. So we're losing two small dogwood trees there. There's one tree that is just kind of to the top right of the old bathhouse. That's a white oak that we're losing. We're losing a white pine closer to the entry point from the street. And then we lose a maple and two smaller trees that are labeled as as ash trees, but we actually not sure that's what they are. But 3 smaller trees just on the east side of the current pool, kind of where that filter house building. So no significant large trees. In fact, we moved the filter house building to a slightly different site to save one of the largest trees that's out there. This doesn't mean they're going to not be impacted by construction. We have very strong specs that say the trees need to have protection around them. Know that our forestry staff watches that like a hawk and wants it to be protected, but things still happen during construction. So it's possible that we could save all the trees and have a few decline significantly in the years right afterwards. So, mhm. And I forgot, Ben Clark is the project engineer, and he's back here too for questions if you had any. He's the real smart person behind the whole project, so.
Thank you. Having been up here since the start of this process, all the steps that you and city staff went through to make sure we had a lot of input from the public through multiple different modes and different ways to try and get as much of that as possible, going through the various iterations of design, listening, trying to incorporate as many of those public concerns into the design phase, and then it's exciting to be at this point. And I will join you with the fingers crossed and bated breath on March 24th or whatever it is. So hopefully we see something good then. So.
Just to add also, as you said, this is so well loved that a large number of people have very strong opinions, and there were times of difficulty, and I just applaud you and staff for remaining open and having dialogues. And I know that I have heard from some folks who initially were adamant against it. I was like, just talk to Julie, and they came back to me to say this was the best thing that you could have said, and that you have wangled your way through a lot of difficult times, and you have done it so well, and this is the coolest result. It is something that really has the spirit of City Park and looks like it and has incorporated so many disparate goals, and yet it's there, and it's tremendous. So just thank you very much personally.
I really think you're going to have a high-quality pool for the next 50, 60, 70 years. It's going to be, it's traditional, it's fun, it fits the site. I think it's going to be a great investment.
Any other questions?
Big
And
part
so
of
my
Julie.
question was, it was awesome, wasn't it? Sorry.
Sometimes.
I apologize.
Yeah, I started that ball, sorry.
All right, thank you. Anyone from the public like to address this topic? If you're online, please raise your virtual hand. If you're present, please step up to the mic. Seeing no one in person or online, I'm going to close the public hearing. Could I get a motion to approve, please?
So moved. Mo?
Second, Harmson.
Council discussion.
I'll pile on the accolades for our staff that did. I'm very happy with the outcome, but I also really appreciate the process that you went through, and specifically starting with a set of goals that you continued to leave them broad, but achieve all these goals. I'm happy with the sustainability initiatives that are built into this project that I think could be a template for future city projects. So I'm very happy.
This was definitely a community effort because there were surveys, there were groups coming together, youth groups that came to talk about what they envisioned, different, all types of people from our community, some that weren't swimmers, that also had input. So I really appreciate the city taking a step back and saying, we want to make sure that we have all voices, as many as possible, to really make sure that we're creating something that is for everyone. And I think that's been achieved. So thanks to the community members that came out and lended their time, took surveys, and also to the staff. Thank you all so much.
You said it well, I believe, this is the good thing about this, like the community was there, was like the survey that the city did and asked the people what they think should be here. I know that we cannot please everyone. As you said, until now, some people will come and they want to see something different. But, even the sometimes you cannot fit everything. Sometimes you cannot like please everyone. But I think that this is really great project, and we done what we can. Thank you for the staff of doing this, and appreciate it. Very exciting.
Roll call, please.
Mo?
Yes.
Sala?
Yes.
Teague?
Yes.
Alter?
Yes.
Burgess?
Yes.
Harmson?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. 9B is charter amendments. Ordinance amending the Iowa City Charter as recommended by the Charter Review Commission. Could I get a motion to pass and adopt?
So
So
moved.
move. Second.
Moved by Mo, seconded by Salah, and welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. I thought it would be appropriate if I appeared tonight. Our Vice Chair, Molly Cassera, is here. I've appreciated your process of the readings and your unanimous approval, and I again want to thank you for choosing us to be on this commission. It meant a lot to me personally. As I indicated, 50 years ago was when I first dipped my toe into city politics. So a lot of memories, and I want to thank especially Kelly and Eric Gores. Without them, we would not have had the type of final product. They kept us on track, and we're outstanding. So, and I think we reaffirmed that council manager form of government is solid and strong. It's served our community well, not only for the last 50 years, for 70 years. So appreciate that. And as one who has a personal and professional investment in this community, I do appreciate that. So, again, I just wanted to be here tonight in case there were any additional questions. But I think the process was thorough, was rigorous, and you can rest assured in 10 years we'll be here soon. And I don't know if I'll be around then, but I'm hoping. But I don't know that I'll be on the commission. But I do want to thank you again for allowing myself to be on this time. So thank you very much.
And thank you, Mayor Balmer, and to Commissioner Balmer, former Mayor Balmer, and to Commissioner Kucera for both coming to the meetings. We really appreciate that. And again, for all of the commissioners who serve this, and did I just give a comment? All right, I did. Thank you.
Yeah. we
But I could
appreciate
give a
that.
comment.
Yeah, no, that's very much
Any
appreciated.
questions by council? Thank you. Anyone from the public like to address this topic? If you're online, please raise your virtual hand. And seeing no one in person or online, council discussion. Roll call, please.
Sala?
Yes.
Oh, Teague?
Yes.
Alter?
Yes.
Burgess?
Yes.
Harmson?
Yes.
Mo?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. All right. All right. We are at item number 10, announcements of vacancies new. 10A is Housing and Community Development Commission, one vacancy to fill an unexpired term upon appointment through June 30th, 2026. Applications must be received by 5 p.m. Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. Could I get a motion to accept correspondence?
So moved. Mo?
Second, Burgess.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 6-0. And we're at item 11, announcements of vacancies previous. 11A, Civil Service Commission, one vacancy to fill a 4-year term. Community Police Review Board, one vacancy to fill an unexpired term. Housing and Community Development Commission, one vacancy to fill an unexpired term. Applications must be received by 5 p.m. Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. Airport Zoning Board of Adjustment, one vacancy to fill a 5-year term. Airport Zoning Commission, one vacancy to fill a 6-year term. Board of Appeals, HVAC Professional, one vacancy to fill an unexpired term. Historic Preservation Commission, Jefferson Street, one vacancy to fill a 3-year term. Historic Preservation Commission, Woodlawn Avenue, one vacancy to fill a 3-year term. Vacancies will remain open until filled. Item number 12 is City Council information. And does anyone have anything they want to talk about? I want to say thanks again to everyone that attended the State of the City today. I think I can summarize that the video that was shared with me really talking about the state of the city. Our city is strong, and the people in the room really had an opportunity to see some of the things that we're doing. Words sometimes aren't enough. We're really close to it, but I think that people really appreciated the opportunity to see some of the words in action. And thanks to the staff that made that all possible. Our communication staff is top-notch. They are phenomenal. And all of our support staff, Kelly included, really appreciate you all making this the greatest opportunity for our community to come together and hear the State of the City address. We're going to move on to item number 13, report on items from city staff, city manager's office.
I was just doing some mental math, which is dangerous, but I think I've attended probably 500 or so city council meetings in my career, and that was one of my favorites. That is a very memorable one, and I just appreciate the positivity in this moment and the reflection of all that's happening. So thank you, Mayor and Council, for your support of all those things that were highlighted in that video. That was pretty impactful.
City Attorney's Office,
Nothing for me, thank you.
City Clerk.
Great event, but maybe we need a larger venue.
Film scene next time.
Yes.
outside, yeah.
It was, yes, well, awesome. All right, we're at item number 14. Could I get a motion to adjourn at, I'm going to look at this one, 6:36 p.m.?
Move. Second.
Moved by Saleh, seconded by Burgess. All in favor say aye.
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 We are adjourned.
Chris, by the end.